What's up, guys? Criss from Three60fit back again. We're going to go over a couple of the common mistakes within very simple movements within core. So even though summer's over, doesn't mean that we still can't get our beach bod, at least for next year. So the first one we're going to touch on is going to be our hollow hold technique. So the big one that I normally see is tons of strain from our cervical or from our neck here, where the mistake is they strain up. They try and reach up with the neck as opposed to reaching up with the chest. If they reach up, notice it's a lot more neutral state here. It's going to place all of the tension, obviously, in the abdomen, where we want to have that tension there. Number two that I see, hyperextension of the lower back. That's going to place tons of stress on the lower lumbar, which is, again, a big deal for a lot of people today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to place it under. If I can fit my hand under, I know that there's too much hyperextension, too much tension in the lower back. So basically what he wants to visualize is pushing his belly button down, forcing the small of his back to the mat there. Last mistake that I see a lot of is crisscrossing the feet here. What that's going to do is going to create a muscle imbalance, putting more stress into one hip flexor over the other, as opposed to keeping the toes nice and pointed out. Another one that I see as well is flexing. That fires up the quads and the hip flexors a lot, and it takes away a lot of what we're trying to do with the actual abdomen itself. So now we're going to flip over. Number two is going to be our plank position. So the first one that I tend to see a lot of is a collapse in the knees. When we're working with the plank, we want to fire up the entire body. We want to have tension throughout. So notice he locked out here. Now his quads are fired up. Next he's going to squeeze nice and tight with his glutes. That's going to help to really solidify here. Another mistake I commonly see is a super high pike in there. I really don't know what you guys are trying to do when you do this, but this is completely incorrect here. All right, it's taking all the strain away from the actual abdomen, putting all of that tension now on the shoulders and the neck, whatnot. Number three that I see is a huge hyperextension and collapse here. So go ahead, collapse out. Notice that. That is completely not what we want to do. That's putting all of our strain in the lower back. So by simply bringing it up a little bit higher, again, engaging the quads, glutes, and imagine almost a slight crunch position, meeting your rib cage to your hips there. That's going to really help to solidify there. Last mistake that I see is a lot of strain in the neck. People, for whatever reason, they tend to want to look forward. So just keep a nice neutral plane. You're just staring straight at the ground. Allow yourself to fall into that relaxed state and position. So straight line from ear running down to the heel. That's pretty much what we're looking for. Thanks so much, guys.